let's go. Did I do it? Did I do it? Yeah. Okay, wait. Now there's no audio? You kidding me? Okay, wait. Now there's no audio? You kidding me? Okay, no, there is audio. Okay. No, this whole thing was a fight. Now there's no audio? Okay. Kidding me? That's not necessary. All right, I'm gonna turn my thing off, but I guess the audio is working now, guys. We're just gonna jump back into getting viral up and running. So I showed some demos earlier, but I'm gonna have to redo the demo because I had no audio, so that was a complete waste of time to some degree, but not really. I was still productive. Okay, so right now, guys, we're working on viral, and we're trying to make sure anyone using this can launch their business in 5 minutes. The time is irrelevant. I just say that to emphasize we're trying to make it simple for people to build resources like websites and communicate with customers and have all the infrastructure set up so they don't have to do it themselves, leveraging the tools that we connected together. That was slightly odd. The website goes to dashboard, right? Okay, we're back to onboarding. Cool. Okay, we'll see that when we get inside. Let's do it. So as you see here, guys, when we are onboarding for Viral, so Viral is going to help you, like I mentioned. So let me do a quick demo for my new folks here. We are working on Vyral.com, VHYRAL, Vyral.com. Your business online in 5 minutes. Websites, payments, scheduling, all AI powered. So the idea here, guys, is you can come to create anything that you need for your business and run your business from here. Websites, collect payments from the websites or in the back end. Schedule events, schedule appointments, phone calls, virtual conversations, in-person tours. Use AI agents to help you, messaging customers, trying to help you answer questions that's of things happening in your business. Which person do I have an appointment with today? Questions like that. Messaging customers, of course, and then working with your team. So everyone can ask these questions. Everyone has access to the resources that you are using to operate your business. So I'm gonna say, yes, venue owner. And essentially the onboarding process starts. And as you saw here, I had a quick chat with the AI, telling it about myself and what's going on. And it answered questions that I had, and it told me my website was ready based off of the conversation that we had. So now you're able to use your voice to talk to the agent, or you can text. So it's very simple to use the agent, right? It asked me questions, I answered back. Google, what's the name of your business? Overview. Oh, I know your business. What type is it? Agency. I know agency businesses. Who are your target customers? Venue owners. Awesome. Do you serve couples, planning weddings, events? And I said, we focus on these customers by helping the venue owners find them. And it said, oh, great. So you're connecting couples, planning weddings, corporate event planners, and others. What services do you provide to help these venue owners? Website building, CRM, ads. Great services. So you offer website building, CRM solutions, advertising support. Let's talk about the style of your website. What do you prefer? Luxury. Excellent choice. So it's kind of nudging me along, answering my questions, telling me what my website's going to look like, and it tells me it's going to take me to the dashboard. And it says, just say, let's see it, I'll take you there. And I say, let's see it, right? I'll say it again, let's see it. When I'm done, I send my message, onboarding complete, finalizing your website. Woo! So your website is taking the first step towards being done. Now you jump into the dashboard and you can see that your conversation picks off where it left off. And then from here, you can do a couple of things. One, you can continue to chat with the AI. Two, you can jump straight into your website, which is the key artifact that we're going to be working on here. So we're having a ton of issues, guys, and this is why we're working on this today. So we're going to work on this today, get a better idea of what's happening here. So in order to publish the website, you do need to be on a plan. Right now, I will have a trial for people to use it, but the rest of the plans are as listed. Now, this is to help you and others get a better idea of how you can do it yourself. So if you want to come and learn how to do it yourself, 100%. But if you want to use our tools that we've already built, connecting all the systems together, very easy for you to plug into, then you can jump on vyral.com, VHYRAL.com. And we're going to have more guides on how to use stuff coming up, and you can watch me build it as well, and you'll get a better idea of exactly how you can use it too. So, guys, today we're focused on the website. So whenever we jump from onboarding into the dashboard, we're still having a ton of issues. Onboarding to dashboard still has no sections. Okay. So this is supposed to have sections, guys. And the reason it's supposed to have sections is because we just completed the onboarding. And as you saw in the onboarding, we did have parts of the website completed. So we need to keep that. So when folks come, but then sometimes it's here, sometimes it's not. Okay. Okay. So it's not quite what we expect it to be. So we still have to make changes. It's still loading blank for the most part. Sometimes it's loading desktop, mobile, whatever. Publish modal looks okay now. Okay. It's a little bit slow than we anticipate, but what matters is that we get to the desired experience and make sure it's very simple to use and not overly complicated. That is the one major thing that we have to focus on, is simplifying the noise and making sure it's not overcomplicated in the way that the experience is laid out. So we're going to try to be very targeted and concise about how this is going to be all connected. And the goal is, hopefully, we centralize attention to this one chat natural processing language experience, so that way it's pretty easy for people to get information about the business. That is one big thing that we should drive. So we'll focus on that and making sure the signals are all plugged in here in natural language. Now, there are other very important signals that we need to also identify in a very easy way. Like inbox needs to be structured, website and editing needs to be structured in a way where you can preview the website and make small changes, like very easy. And the idea is either you're using natural language to make those changes, or you're jumping in yourself and actually like moving things around. So we're gonna keep the flexibility, but we're gonna make it very easy and intuitive, especially using natural language. Now, also a calendar, of course, like you also want to organize and see the different things that you have on your calendar, right? So what do you have coming up tomorrow, the day after that? Having a clear agenda is very useful. So we're going to keep the calendar, and of course payments. Those are the three key things, guys. Again, right? It's like making sure you can collect information about your customers. So that's how inbox and your customer profiling is set up. The second piece is making sure you can collect payments from customers, because when a person is shown huge interest in your business and they're ready to make that commitment with you, you want to be ready to collect on the front door and on the back end as well. The second or third piece is also the way that you schedule appointments, making sure folks can either schedule a call with you in person, a virtual chat with you or someone on your team, or they can come in person. And those are the three things that we want to make sure we are nailing down on the website and on the back end, so then we can use the back end to communicate with what the front end looks like, what types of jobs it's doing, and then also on the back end, you can communicate with the customers or the system to understand how it's working and make changes to how it evolves. That was a lot of words, but the big thing that we need to do right now is ensure that the website persists from the onboarding experience into the dashboard. The data is consistent, and when you start to make edits on the actual website itself, that data also persists within the dashboard. And you're gonna see that manifest over time. We're gonna have to play a little bit of catch up on this website building experience. Make sure it's very tight, very neat, very organized, very simple. That is the goal, simple. Okay, one more thing we should patch up. In the home, the chat bleeds under the mobile nav bar. That would be one tiny detail to patch up. Make it look a little bit more polished, not so broken. Guys, we're gonna release a mobile app for this thing. Not quite yet. We're gonna actually wait and validate this thing on web app. So first thing we're gonna do is we are going to fix up the website building experience. Make sure it's very tight, make sure it's very neat, very intuitive. So the AI Copilot chat is going to be the base of conversation. It's going to be where you drive conversations with yourself in the business, so your team, other people in a team, the actual system itself, because the system is helping you build your website, it's helping you communicate with customers. So the more you're able to communicate with the system in natural language, the more you're able to personalize it and make sure whenever the system is working for you, it's actually doing the things that you need it to do, right? And this is going to manifest in terms of having a website. So what does your website look like? What does it communicate? What does it tell your customers? What's going on with this website? So you're going to be able to have direct natural language processing when it comes to being involved in the website, not just from how it looks, but also the activities that it does. So that is the first piece of what we're going to do. We're going to polish that experience to make sure it's really clean. Now, when it's very clean and simple, the second thing we need to do is work on the business logic. So we need to make sure this thing is pretty expensive, actually. Because we're doing a bunch of natural language processing, and this is not a huge deal in the testing phase, right? That's why we have a trial to get a sense of, is this thing useful? Is it productive? Does it actually make working easier for you? Does it help you build businesses faster? And not just faster, but easier, with less time, less management of infrastructure, right? You probably don't want to juggle all these things on the back end. So the question is it valuable enough to replace those things as work for you? And if it does, then you get your answer, right? It doesn't take more than 7 days to validate a thesis like that. You can spin up a website, test it with customers, and see what they think. And that is the concept. Now, after everything's kind of neat and polished, we do need to run an aggressive go-to-market campaign. Very light, nothing like advertising yet. I think this should be more of an organic outreach to see if people will jump on top of this. So we're going to go on Reddit. We're going to go on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and a ton of other platforms and just talk about this app, do some advertising, guerrilla marketing, and see if we can get some traffic to go to Vyral.com. And if we get traffic and people test stuff, we'll check it out on PostHog to really understand the user experience. Where are people getting stuck? Why are they doing the different things they're doing? Where are they spending more time? Are they spending more time at the front door trying to build the website? Are they more interested in other things that I haven't thought about? So that'll be an interesting experience to learn from how people interact with it. And then from there, we'll get a sense of who are power users. So who are the people that are willing to spend more on a system to actually get more out of it. And when we identify those folks, we'll spend more time with them and see what types of problems we can help them solve in their business. So that's the game plan. That's the strategy. Right now, we need to focus on a product itself, and that is what we are going to be doing. So we're going to make some fixes, make it look a little bit cleaner, and then focus on the website experience. That is one still loading blank in some cases. Let's see what we did here. Cool. Let's see if we can fix that up. Okay, let's see. I don't know if this is going to reset the dashboard though, or back to onboarding. Okay, cool, it did. Nice. That's what we need. Okay, it's deleted. That's perfect. All right, let's do one more test, guys. Let's see it. Website ready. Jump in. Okay, I think we're still fixing this. Are we? Still is. Unless. I need to restart the server again, which is possible. Okay, so I'm gonna, not reset it. I'm just gonna check website out. Website still loads blank, but then when I refresh, it loads. Okay. Issue persists. Also, we jumped from 41 to 44 now. Preview website. Preview loads blank. Sections don't show until refreshed on mobile or desktop. Mobile preview on mobile as placeholder sections. Desktop preview on desktop on mobile. Loads blank. desktop preview on desktop shows sections. Then sidebar. Okay, I hope this makes sense. It doesn't quite make sense, but I'm trying to be as specific as I can about what the actual experience I'm seeing is and what needs to change. So this is also quite redundant, I would say, because it's also showing up here. So we need to simplify this because this is way too complicated. Way too complicated. It would be nice to have something like this. But the AI Copilot needs to be more like compact than this. Like very easy and intuitive. Not so complicated with all these things. But it's nice to have suggestions of things to do. So we do need to keep that. But we need to find a way to make it a lot simpler. So we're gonna think about that. And I don't think this is fixed here. No, it's not. Okay, I'm gonna try to cook the server and see if that helps. I don't think it's gonna help, but let's see. Whoa, did I turn this thing off on accident? Didn't mean to do that. Wait, 56 seconds? Maybe that's the wrong one. All right, cool. Boom. There we go, guys. The chat is a little bit more compact now. A little bit more compact. These, I think, are kind of weird bugs. Who the hell is calling? Who they calling that? Who calling the phone? Who calling my phone? Who calling my phone? Who calling it? Who calling my phone? Who calling it? Is it Stacy? Keisha. Danny. Party. What? The function. The function. Was a party. All right, we need to fix this website issue. Stat. That is now the most concerning issue. I think inbox calendar. Okay. Okay. We got to make sure all the pages respect the mobile nav. So that way it's just a lot cleaner, a lot more organized. because eventually we're going to mount this into a mobile app as well. So the quicker we can get the mobile experience down and validated, make sure it makes sense, make sure it's easy, make sure it's clean, then it's very easy to just take that into a native app. Easier said than done, but you know, it takes us one step closer. And then of course we'll keep polishing the web version, the desktop version. Only inbox page needs fixing. BRB. Was it Danny? Was it Party? Was it function? Leaving me. We got members east of the DVP. Yeah, pop to the thing to the morning come. You want shots, then order some. Who's calling my phone? Who's calling my phone? Who's calling my phone? Was it party? Was a function? Let's go. Complete. Okay, we landed at the dashboard. Shit shows no section yet, bro. Okay, that's cool. Okay, better. I'd rather have that. Than the confusion it was having before, which was like creating a bunch of random stuff. Was it Ashley? Was it Danny? Clean separate boxes. Clean it up. You want shots for the then order some. Tell people to build it. Oh, the post that good. Okay, right now I'm a herbivore. Eating grass and crickets. I'm just kidding. No crickets. Just grass. Boom. Respected. Blank. Honey pop. Oh. Cool. Sign in. Let's go. Take me in. Website. Wait, really? Oh, wait. Yeah. So, only works after refresh. Very weird. All right, I think I'm going to end the stream here, guys. I learned a lot about this stuff today. I didn't know about this stuff. OBS and all the resources. Oh, there's someone in the chat, bro. I did not peep that. I'm sorry, bro. I do have a Twitter and a GitHub. I'll share my GitHub with you. I think GitHub is a better place to go. I don't have this project live right now. But if you're interested, we can chat, bro. Yeah, we could chat. We could chat. How do I respond? Yo, I'm a noob here, bro. Not gonna lie to you. But I'm happy to see you. You are number one, Mr. Old 1371. But yeah, that's my GitHub. Who is this? But I was gonna end the stream right here, bro. Thanks for watching, though. This project's it's gonna take a while to manifest. There's a lot of moving parts, but I gotta simplify it, make it a little bit easier to follow along. But this is day 2 of vibe coding, so it's not on my GitHub per se, but you can actually get something similar. So if you are very curious, if you go to orview.com/start, that was my previous startup. It's basically inspired by this project anyway. So, if you want an idea of what this is gonna be like, you can go to orview.com/start. But thank you, Ode1371, for being the first person interested. I feel kind of bad now leaving because I finally got somebody. But I do got to end the stream. I do want to be a little bit more productive and keep building this. So I'm going to have to end the stream. Okay, we're going to do one more test, actually. We'll do one more test to see if that works out, like the website stuff. So that's the last thing I want to make sure is working right now. So when you finish onboarding and you come here, it's blank. But that should not be the case. We're just running into some issues here with the data persisting. So I think one thing is actually it's not creating the data we need. So we need to create an entity, a website entity for the customer or for the user, let's say. And it's not quite creating it yet. Not sure what the exact issue is, but I'm gonna do this. See anything logs, or are there anything things we could do to figure out what's missing? Okay, we need to figure out what's missing. Something's not firing properly. So we want to store that data, a snapshot of a website. The only thing is right now, of course, we're only showing in the onboarding. We're only showing you literally like a sliver of what the website should look like. We're mostly focused on the hero section of the website. So this is one issue, right? So when we refresh, I don't know if that flipped. Might have. Okay, so sections. It's supposed to be hero section, services, gallery, contact, and footer. Footer is still not showing for some reason. But all those sections are supposed to show in a preview format that allows the person to see what the website looks like at the current stage. And then they can, of course, talk to the AI to make changes. More importantly, they can actually, with their hands, touch and move things around. So that's the type of experience we're pushing for. Something that gives you hands-on experience, but makes it easier by having a Copilot AI. Natural processing, or natural language processing. All right, bro. I'm going to call it here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. See you next time. Peace.